Hello you fans, Matarant here and welcome to a deck profile for Sibyls with Pot of Taboos. This card is a very powerful card because it combines the effectivity of Regeki, Pot of Greed, Giant Trunade and Trapdoor Shoot. So it has 4 possible effects that you can do when it's flipped. And in this deck you can bring out flip monsters very effectively. I've seen a Sibyl Shaddoll crossover already, but I didn't think it was going to be that effective, especially since we still have Construct in the TCG right now, possibly get it limited in the next ban list, and then it's more likely that Sibyls will merge with Shaddolls as a tier 2 deck. But this has got a good possibility to be a nice niche deck to play with because it has a lot of fun things to do with. Let's go into the deck profile. First, I'm using triple taboos. I think I could cut down one of the taboos, but I want to have the effectivity of having a taboo to use with my ritual spell to summon out Terror Tray and then summon it back. So I love the effectivity of having taboos in my hand, and I want to get one into the graveyard as fast as I can. So I'm using it at 3. It's, as I just said, its effects are draw 2 cards, return all spells and traps on the field to the hand, or destroy all monsters your opponent controls, or look at your opponent's hand and shuffle one into the deck, which is a very, very powerful set of effects that you could use. And with this card makes the deck. Symbols beforehand weren't going to be that effective. With Pot of Taboos, they are. The next one I've got is Triple Manju to get access to Terror Tray and Sibyls as fast as I can. Plus, they can be used when they're flip summoned, and you can flip your cards down easily with Terror Tray or any of the flip cards that we have. Next is 2 Arrow Sylph of the Sibyl. This is a way of getting the ritual spell into your hand more effectively. And you can add it from your graveyard as well. So if you haven't managed it to add a Sibyl card from your deck to your hand, you could use it to get it back. And next is Coin Gnoma, the Sibyl. Coin Gnoma is an amazing card. This card is great to combo with Pot of Taboos because when it's flip face up, you can special summon a level 3 or higher flip monster from your deck in face down defense position. You can't activate effects except from Sibyls. So it would be effective if your opponent's about to flip that up, but Koganoma, if your opponent's only attacking with 1 monster, this is going to be very effective because you can instantly get out your Pot of Taboos and start doing loads of shenanigans. And it also can summon out any Shaddoll except from Falco. So if you were going to use the Shaddoll version, that is still a good card for the deck. Next is Petal Elf of the Sibyl. She's a nice tech card, to be honest. You can change all face-up attack position monsters your opponent controls to defense position, and they cannot change their battle positions except through card effects. Probably card effects will be the only way you can change them after that. So it's a bit like Ukioni in Ghost Tricks. So that would be a nice fun thing to do with, although Synchro Summoning, Exceed Summoning and Fusion Summoning is very common nowadays. They could really get rid of that, but I'm just using it as a nice tech defense because there's not much defense in this deck and you want to get your access to Taboos and Terror Tray as fast as you can. Next is Triple Terror Tray. I was originally going to run it at 2, but I think triple is going to be enough because you want to get this out as fast as you can. This card is an amazing card. You can tribute itself. When you're ritual summoning, you can tribute another copy, just summon out a Terror Tray, and then you can do loads of shenanigans. During your end phases, you can special summon a flip monster from your hand or graveyard in face down defense position, so you can resurrect the taboo you could have used for its ritual summon. And during your player's turn, you can flip a card face up or face down. So Book of Moon and Book of Tayu all rolled into one, so I love that for that effect. Next onto the spells, Regeki, because it's Regeki. Pot of Duality at 3 because you don't special summon that much in this deck, and it's better to have a nice specific card. You special summon a bit more on your opponent's turn with Coin Gnoma, and the only thing you can really special summon on your turn is either summoning out Terror Tray or using Terror Tray's effect. Most likely will be at the same time. So That's the only downside to having duality, but I don't think Upstart Goblin would really be effective. Next is Triple of the Sibyl Ritual. This is great because not only does it ritual summon your monster, you can banish it during your main phase. You can banish it from your graveyard to add a Sibyl monster from your deck to your hand to resupply your hand with possibly an Arrow Sylph, a Koinganoma, or even a Pet Sylph, or Territory as it's most likely used for. Next, Book of Moon, because it's Book of Moon, set your cards, reuse them later. Book of Eclipse, because setting all your cards at the same time is always fun. And that'll just sets up a lot of other things. It may make them draw, but if your opponent has no monsters on the field, Book of Eclipse has no downside. Next is Triple Source of Concealing Light. I'm using this because I need a lot of defense in this deck, because this deck can't really defend itself properly. So Source of Concealing Light is a nice effective card to set the opponent's monsters. Next is Triple Wabaku, because if your monsters are flip face up and then destroyed, you can't really use them that much again, unless you're resurrecting it with Territory. Whereas if you have Wabaku, you've got them to flip back face down. Next is one Acid Trap Hole. I am testing this out today to see if it's going to be effective. I took out one of my Phoenix Chains for this. Acid Trap Hole is amazing. Got an amazing combo with Pot of Taboos because you can flip your monster face up, allowing you to activate its flip effect, but since it has more than 2000 defense, it flips it back down, so you gain this effect and you don't have to flip it, which is amazing. It will destroy any of the other ones, unfortunately, because their defense isn't high enough to protect against an Acid Trap Hole, but using this in conjunction with Taboos is an amazing combo. Next, Triple Burst Reverse, because it special summons monsters face down defense. You may have to pay 2000 life points, but that could be a possibility to risk. I wouldn't say use all three in one duel, probably just try to get into one at least. One Magical Hat, because you can get your Sibyls into the graveyard easily this way, and essential monsters as well. And two Phoenix Chains, if you use the Giant Ruinate effect, you can add them back to your hand if they're dead. Onto the extra deck, got number 49 Fortune Shield to resupply your level 3s, Zen Mains if they've got powerful monsters on the field that you want to pop, Ghost Trick Alucard to pop their set monsters that you could set through Source of Concealing Light. Soul of the Silver Mountain. I'm using this because you have Koinganoma and Pet Sylph. They can overlay for this powerful monster. Once per turn, you can detach one Exceed material from this card to target one set card your opponent's spell traps her. It can be activated while it's face up on the field. And if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle while it has Exceed materials, you can target one Earth monster in your graveyard, which is summon that target in face up defense position, so you can bring back another Taboo for a ritual summon, or get it ready to set back down with Book of Eclipse and Book of Moon. Onto the rank 4s, Gagaga Cowboy because it's a cowboy. Emerald to resupply your deck with Koinganomas, or Aerosilphs, or Manjus. Levarvar Chain to send a Taboo to the graveyard. Maestro because this deck is training with set cards, might as well have another way of setting in the deck. Exton because it blows up the field, Castel because it bounces cards back and also sets them, and 101 because it steals cards. And then for level 9s we have 3. It's not likely you're going to go into a rank 9, but you could go through it with 2 Taboos that are used already, and then get Taboos later in the graveyard to bring back with Territory. So you could do that. The 3 options I've put for this are Phantom Fortress Enter Blavnir, which can basically banish a card from anywhere, depending on what you want to banish from. There's number 9, because this allows stalling plays. And number 92, Heart Earth Dragon. If you really have the option to overlay 3 level 9 monsters, this would be a nice card to go into, because this card cannot be destroyed by battle, or so your opponent takes any battle damage this card would have taken. During your opponent's end phase, you can detach one Exceed material from this, banish all cards your opponent controls that were normal or special summoned or set this turn, which is amazing. I believe when it says set, I think spells and traps also get banished through this. And if this card is destroyed while it has Exceed material, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. When you do, it gains 1000 for every card currently banished, which is amazing. And you can banish, well, you can't actually banish through this deck, but it'll be great to actually bring that out, because not many decks, if any deck, can bring out Half-Death Dragon, so it'll be nice to possibly do it. As an option for side deck, reuse is an option for the side deck, mainly only for Infernoid or Burning Abyss, because Infernoid, right, the Void Rising trap card has the same conditions as a Burning Abyss monster. It cannot be on the field with that set monster, and you can set monsters onto your opponent's side of the field, or put them in face-up position, just to annoy them. Also, another option you could make use of was as a troll way of doing it, Fire Sorcerer, because that has to do it as soon as it's flipped up. So you could banish cards from your opponent's hand and inflict 800 damage to yourself. So that could be a possibility for your side deck too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. I'm sorry it's not the best one I've done, because not very well at the present moment, but yeah, I'll be doing some duels with this. If there is any updates to the deck, they will be in the duels, so please check those out, just at the beginning, because that will show you what I've changed in the deck. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see further content, please comment below if there are any deck suggestions for the deck. And yeah, Matt the Rant, signing out.